whiteout conditions throughout the Great Plains sure made travel difficult, but we're still expecting a full house at Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. They begin the drive with Williams. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Right. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Williams. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They go play action now. Wilson. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Broncos had 4 and 9 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cards are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing now is Murray. Finds his running back, James Conner. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out and forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, a run with Conner. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Play action. Now Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
He's going to try and go deep again. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Greg Dortch back deep. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be.
yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Conner. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Murray a give. This is Conner. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, Johnson. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll try and run for it with Conner. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again. We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time. And you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape. He'll go up top here for Hamler. They got his man complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into Danger Russ. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun, Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry. And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. The 71 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Murray. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Connor going backwards here on the first down carry. Stopped up for a loss of a couple. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Murray now. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it, and he's giving me the evil eye, folks. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Again, Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. This will be caught by Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down is Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Johnson off tackle right. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. On play action, it's Murray. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Rocky Mountain snow looks like it's going to continue through this second half as we are back underway in Denver. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Room here to run. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Murray.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Murray now to throw. And that will be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a two-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Finding Williams once more, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. To throw again is Wilson.
Screen play set up for Williams. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
14.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson
finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
A couple of veterans, Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cards are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula's not working. On second and 11 now. Murray, Zach Ertz has it complete. And they work this out past the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. On the counter, it's Connor. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage.
75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Connor going to get it again on second down.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Murray. And this is caught. He hits more. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Boy, a tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
They run behind center with Connor. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to surge ahead with Connor, and he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now Wilson on 1st down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
On 2nd down, Williams. And a solid run down inside the 30. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Dashing through the snow. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Well, just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now it's Wilson.
He'll drop this down to Williams. And he will have a Broncos first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect it, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward.
And my goodness, another interception.
Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And now here is another interception. The 20, 10, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny. I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you or what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
That's good for the Denver Broncos. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. On first down, Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Albert Okwuegbunam with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles, so the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.